Clapperboard every level of a database scientist's career salary breakdown 2026. Imagine this. Every second, people around the world search millions of things on Google, watch millions of videos on YouTube, buy products on Amazon, scroll endlessly on TikTok, Instagram, and X. Every click, every purchase, every day, every comment, every location, every search creates data, an unbelievable amount of data. And in fact, humanity now creates more data in a single day than entire civilizations produced in centuries. But here's the real question. What happens to all of that data? Simply stored away? Forgotten? Never used again? Not even close. Because it's hidden inside those billions of pieces of information are patterns, predictions, opportunities, and sometimes answers that can change entire companies, entire industries, even the future. The people who uncovered those answers are called data scientists. They don't just read numbers. They predict customer behavior, detect fraud, help doctors diagnose diseases, improve self-driving cars, train artificial intelligence, and influence multi-billion-dollar business decisions. But here's the question. How does someone go from opening their very first spreadsheet to become a chief data officer, earning over $600,000 a year? We're breaking down every level of a data scientist career, from a complete beginner to the very top. Let's begin. Intro. 20 years ago, companies collected data, but very few I knew what to do with it. The data has become the world's most valuable resource. Some people call it the new oil. But unlike oil, data becomes more valuable the more intelligently you use it. Every successful company, from Netflix to Google to Tesla, depends on data. No guesses, not opinions. Data. Every recommendation you receive, every advertisement you see, every movie suggested to you, every product recommended before you even search. It all begins with data. And behind those decisions are data scientists, people who transform raw information into knowledge, knowledge into strategy, and strategy into billions of dollars. But every data scientist starting exactly the same way, with curiosity. Level 1, Data Analyst Intern. Every expert starting without knowing everything. Your first day isn't spent building artificial intelligence or predicting stock markets. It's spent trying to understand one simple question. What is this data trying to tell me? At first, everything looks confusing. Spreadsheets, charts, rows, columns, SQL, Python, statistics, probability, dashboards, visualization, regression, machine learning. It feels like learning a completely new language. But slowly, the numbers begin to tell stories. As a data analyst intern, you clean messy data sets, remove duplicate information, correct missing values, create simple charts, write your first SQL queries, build your first dashboard, and discover that behind every spreadsheet is a real business problem. waiting to be solved. For the first time, you realize data isn't just numbers. It's people, businesses, decisions, and the future. Level 2, Junior Data Analyst / Junior Data Scientist. One day, something changes. You're no longer just cleaning data. Now, you're discovering patterns, real patterns, the kind that business can actually be used. Your first project? Probably not. Predicting global markets or building an advanced AI model. May it's finding out why customers stop using an app or discovering which products sell the most, or helping a company understand its users for the very first time. Small projects, small discoveries, but every insight builds your confidence. Because now, people aren't asking, "What does the data say?" They're asking, "What do you think it means?" That's when everything changes. You begin writing more advanced SQL queries. You automate reports using Python. You create dashboards those executives actually rely on. You learn data visualization, statistical analysis, business intelligence, and storytelling. Because here's something most beginners don't realize. Companies don't pay you for making charts. They pay you for helping them make better decisions. Every graph must answer a question. Every dashboard must solve a problem. Every insight must create business value. By now, your salary begins to grow from around $75,000 to nearly $120,000 per year. But the biggest reward isn't the money. It's the moment when a manager says, "We made this decision because of your analysis." That's when you realize you're no longer just working with data. You're influencing the future of the business. Level 3, Data Scientist beginning. A few years later, you're no longer explaining what happened. Now, you're predicting what will happen next. It's the moment you become a data scientist. No longer just analyzing data. You're building models, algorithms, predictions, systems that learning from experience. Companies don't hire you to look at yesterday. They hire you to predict tomorrow. Imagine a bank trying to detect fraud before it happens. An online store trying to predict what you'll buy next. A hospital trying to identify disease earlier. An airline trying to reduce delays. Or Netflix trying to recommend the perfect movie. Behind every one of those predictions, there's often a data scientist. And suddenly, you realize you're no longer working with spreadsheets. You're helping shape the future. Level 3, Data Scientist continue. The biggest surprise is that being a data scientist isn't about building the most complicated model. It's about solving the right problem. Every day, companies generate millions of new records, sales, customer behavior, medical reports, financial transactions, website activity, sensor readings, social media interactions. The data never stops growing, but raw data has no value until someone finds meaning inside it. That's your job. You clean it, Explore it. Visualize it. Build predictive models. Test your assumptions. Improve your algorithms. And then, you discover something extraordinary. Your model can predict which customer is likely to leave, which product will become popular, which machine will fail next month, or which patient needs immediate attention. That is where statistics meet artificial intelligence. Machine learning becomes your everyday tool, not because it's trendy, but because businesses need answers faster than ever before. By now, you're working with Python, SQL, machine learning, data visualization, predictive analytics, cloud platforms, and sometimes even generative AI. You're no longer just studying the past. You're helping create the future. Most experienced data scientists earn between $130,000 and $220,000 per year. But the next level changes everything. Level 4, Senior Data Scientists. After years of solving problems, people stop asking, "Can you analyze this data?" And instead, they ask, "What strategy should we follow?" Because now, you don't just build models, you design entire solutions. Junior data scientists come to you for guidance. Product managers ask for your insights. Executives, I want your recommendations. Because they know one good prediction can save millions of dollars or create millions more. At this stage, you lead machine learning projects, design A/BA experiments, improve recommendation systems, optimize pricing strategies, detecting financial fraud, forecast business growth, and work closely with AI engineers, software engineers, and business leaders. Your focus has changed. Less time writing code, more time understanding business problems. Because the best model isn't the one with the highest accuracy, it's the one that creates the biggest impact. Senior data scientists often earn between $220,000 and $350,000 per year, especially at global technology companies. But if you think this is the highest level, think again, because the next step isn't it just building better models, it's a building the entire data strategy for an organization. Level 5, Lead/Principal Data Scientist. A few more years pass, and something changes. You're no longer the person who only builds models. You're the person who decides which problems are worth solving. Because not every data set I need machine learning. Not every prediction creates value. Experience teaches you the difference. At this level, you lead entire data science teams. You review models built by other scientists. You mentor junior analysts, the senior data scientists, and help executives understand what the data is really saying. Because here's the truth. The hardest part of data science isn't writing code. It's asking the right questions. One good question can uncover $1 billion opportunity. One wrong question can waste months of work. Now, you're working across departments: marketing, finance, healthcare, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, product development. Every team, I need your expertise, because every decision, starting with data. By now, your total compensation can reach $300,000 to $450,000 per year, especially at companies where data drives everything. But even this isn't the final destination. Level 6, Head of Data Science. Now, you stop thinking about individual models. You begin thinking about the entire company. Your job is no longer to predict customer behavior. It's deciding how data will shape the future of the business. Entire data science teams report to you. Machine learning engineers, data engineers, analytics managers, business intelligence teams, AI specialists. They all work together, and you're responsible for making sure every decision is backed by evidence. Every week, you're meeting executives, investors, product leaders, technology teams, not to explain algorithms, but to explain business impact. Because leadership don't care how accurate your model is. They care whether it helps the company grow, whether it reduces costs, whether it improves customer experience, whether it creates a competitive advantage. At this level, you're designing the company's entire data strategy, deciding what data should be collected, how it should be protected, how artificial intelligence should be adapted, and where the business should invest next. Your total compensation can exceed $500,000 per year at the world's leading technology companies. But there is one final level. Level 7, Chief Data Officer. Very few people ever reach this position, because becoming a Chief Data Officer isn't about the best programmer or the best statistician. It's about wisdom. At this level, you're responsible for one of the most valuable assets any company owns. It's data. Every customer, every transaction, every prediction, every AI system, every business decision flows through the strategy you create. You decide how data will transform the organization, how artificial intelligence will be used responsibly, how customer privacy will be protected, how innovative will accelerate, and how the company will compete in a world driven by data. Your decisions can influence millions of customers, thousands of employees, and billions of dollars in business value. The salary at the world's biggest technology companies, total compensation can exceed $600,000 per year, sometimes much more, with bonuses and stock awards. But here's what most people never realize. The greatest achievement was never the salary. It was learning how to turn billions of numbers into decisions that changed the world. And every day, billions of people generate data. Most of them never think about where it goes or what it becomes. But somewhere, a data scientist is turning those numbers into answers, helping doctors save lives, helping businesses make smarter decisions, helping scientists discover new breakthroughs, helping artificial intelligence become more intelligent. Data, by itself, nothing changes. It's the people who understands it, who changes the world. That's why the demand for data scientists continues to grow, because every company has data, but not every company I know how to use it. And that's exactly where opportunity begins. Maybe one day, the next breakthrough in healthcare, finance, artificial intelligence, or climate science won't come from luck. It'll come from data. And maybe you'll be the person who discovers it. But now, I have one question for you. If you could choose only one career, bar chart data scientist, robot face AI engineer, cloud engineer, laptop computer software engineer, shield cybersecurity expert, which one would you choose and why? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single comment, and your suggestion could inspire our next documentary. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because every week here on Career Theory, we break down the world's highest paying careers from a complete beginner to the executive level. No hype, no shortcuts, just the real roadmap behind the careers, building the future. This is Career Theory. We'll see you in the next documentary. Until then, stay curious, keep learning, and remember, the future belongs to those who know how to turn information into insight.